Hi, everyone. I am honored that Renee Seiler reached out to me to be part of her Good Enough Mother because I certainly have struggled and wondered if I've been a good enough mother considering what I'm going through. I am in Johns Hopkins fighting for my life with leukemia. And I'm a journalist, I'm a spouse, I'm a mom. I've told countless stories about people's lives. I've seen a lot and never thought I would become the story and struggle. It's been a long road, and it all started out with trying to we did fertility for our first baby, for Gabriel. I wanted to have a second baby, and my husband and I were commuting back and forth, and I was anchoring the morning show for Fox in Austin, Texas. And I said, before we leave, before we move, because I started not to feel well and thought I just needed to just go be with my husband. It was very hard to be a single parent. I said, let's go ahead and try to have our second baby and do the embryo transfer. I got very sick 2 days before as the moving trucks were driving across the country. And my fertility doctor said, we can't do this. We need to take a blood test to make sure you're healthy. And he called me after I took that blood test, and he said, you can't have another baby right now. You have cancer. I said, what? What do you mean I have cancer? How is that possible? I've struggled through so much to have my first baby. I wanted a second baby. Why? Everything else, we'd struggled. I fought hard. I know in my life, in my career, you fight hard, you can make things happen. This is something I had no control over. I went and had a bone marrow biopsy. The doctor told me. He actually told me in Austin, I don't think you have cancer. I'm just going to do this so you can go move on with your procedure. And he turned out he was wrong. I was quickly rushed to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore. My husband rushed with our son Gabriel to Atlanta. And I think I would say the hardest day in my life was having to say goodbye to him at the airport. And as he yelled, Mama, and I had to come here to a strange city with no support, didn't know anyone, and find a ride, thank God, from one of my husband's best friend's wife who picked me up and admitted me while my husband dropped off Gabriel in Atlanta to live with my family. My mother, my sister, and my dad all live there, and they all have taken turns for the past 6 months caring for my son, doing what I couldn't do to be a mom. So, yes, I do struggle wondering if I'm a good enough mother because there's guilt. Did I work too hard? TV requires countless hours of work. It's a lot of work, and yet I was a single parent, struggling, commuting back and forth with my husband. Did I push myself too hard? Did I give this to myself? Was it the fertility shots? And I came here. I was here for 40 days. The doctor told me give him all of 2014 to fight. I miss my son so bad. I was here the first round. I'm on the third round right now. The first round, I was here for 40 days. When they let me out, I was going to be home for 12 days to be with my son. And when my husband brought him to me at the hospital, when they let me out, he didn't know who I was. And the guilt, the pain, it was horrible. We finally reconnected. It turned out to be great. I changed my tune. Now when he naps, instead of getting up and doing the dishes, dusting and seeing how many calls I can make, how much I can do, what I can write, I sit down, I look at him, I enjoy his company, and I take a deep breath and enjoy life. I'm on this treatment plan with the best doctor in the country, and I'm fighting for my life. I've seen a lot of loss on this haul, which it's very hard to stay focused because there's turns in your mind, the what ifs. How did it happen to this guy next door? His name's no longer on the door. Each round is harder on my body. Each round is more emotional for me because each time saying goodbye to my son, he's starting to understand. He says, no, Mama, no, don't go. And he's 2, and he's an amazing little boy, and I have an amazing husband named Caesar. We are continuing to fight this fight. We're working hard. I'm on a consolidation plan. I don't need a transplant at this moment. And I'm going to, for the rest of this year, we'll be in 30 days, out for 12 to 15. In for 30, out for 12 and 15. And I want all the mothers out there to know that while I struggle to see if I'm a good enough mother, we are all doing everything we can. In fact, yesterday, while on the phone with my sister, I heard Gabriel call my my sister, mom. And I broke down in tears. And my sister said, listen, that's what he hears my kids call me. I'm mom, you're mommy. And I have to be at peace with that, knowing that Gabriel has somebody to fill my shoes. I'm blessed to have my sister. And I will be taking you on the journey. I am raw and real with my stories. I don't hide anything. A lot of people like to just post positive stuff. I want people to know the true story behind the fight of leukemia, because it is, for 20 years I've covered health and fitness stories in addition to anchoring, and I had no idea that the fight was like this. And I want to share that with you. I want to take you on the journey. Along with this, I've asked everyone to armor up. It's been my motto, it's been my slogan, because you have to be fit to fight. So if you're at home, you don't feel like working out, get up, do it, because you don't know if you're here next. And you don't want to half treatment. You don't want them to tiptoe around your diabetes, your obesity, your high blood pressure, and give you a half treatment so you can half fight for your life. Get up and get fit. I'm fit. They've been able to give me the strongest stuff they have, and that's why I'm able to fight hard. And I'm encouraging everyone to follow my Armor Up campaign, so we can not just save my life and change lives, we can save your life and anybody else's out there. Thanks so much, and I look forward to sharing my journey. And thank you, Renee, for thinking about me and offering me to be on your site.